Hi guys, I am your host Triple C, and today we're looking at the Masters of the Universe Classic Edition, Fisto. Now, Fisto is introduced in the last 4 episodes of the 2003 and 2002-2003 cartoon series, A New Dimension. It's added to his character by making him a brother of Duncan. Estranged from him after being accused of deserting his comrades in a great unrest, a war that took place 16 years before the events of the show, in which a team of warlords attempted to take over Eternia. Although he insists he did not desert his companions, Fisto had a gap in his memory from a time which he claimed is the result of the battle injury. And therefore, his trouble remembering exactly what happened, given that he never been able to prove his innocence. Fisto had been bitter and disgraced ever since the Great Unrest, spending the most of his time in a seedy bar where he frequently runs into fights with punters. Fisto is introduced in the episode Web of Evil, in which his gigantic right hand is initially shown to be a natural fist, but though it is never explained, he was born that way. After family bonds bring him to save his brother from an evil warrior, shattering his hand in the process, Fisto is recruited into the ranks of Masters by Man-at-Arms, repairs his hand by modifying it into a mechanical metal fist. In the following episode, Rattle of Sinks, with the Stinkman, but tensions remain between the two brothers over the events of the Great Unrest. Despite the negative reputation following him, his foster niece, Tila, gets along well with him. According to Fisto, he left home at an early age when Man-at-Arms was just a kid, implying that Fisto is the older brother and revealed as to implying that Fisto is the older brother and Man-at-Arms is the younger brother. It is never revealed as to whether or not he has a name other than Fisto, as Man-at-Arms reveals his name, Duncan. He's also was in the original cartoon a couple times. He fought with He-Man a couple times in the original cartoon to test his strength, but he never won. Fisto was an interesting character. He wasn't my favorite character, but he was a cool character. I liked his metal fist. It was an interesting story about how he got it. He lost it protecting Duncan, and he broke his hand. He couldn't use it anymore. He shattered the bones in his hand. It was useless, so they cut it off and gave him a robotic hand. But he comes with this giant sword, like a sword from Final Fantasy. Other than that, he has pretty standard articulation for the time he came out with. He has single joints at the knees and elbows. His head can do a full 360. It can look down but not up. has a swivel at the bicep. Let me move this out of the way, guys. Sorry. And he has hinges at the elbows, single hinge joints. His wrist can swivel on both hands. Yep. He has an ab crunch, but the belt gets away a little bit. He can go back a little bit. His legs can go that far. He has a rotating joint just below the hinge here. You can rotate the legs. Like I said, a single knee joint. Right by the boot, you can swivel the foot. And then the foot can pivot just a tiny bit forward and back. He can hold his sword just fine. It's a big sword. It's something out of Final Fantasy. Something like Cloud would use in Final Fantasy 7. And you can hold it. It's still a heavy sword though. And if you don't want to hold it, it has a place on his back here where you can put it in. Yeah. In the original cartoon, the one from when I was a kid, I thought he was a king, but I guess I was wrong. But he ends up being Duncan's brother, which is a cool concept. I didn't know Duncan had any family until I found out about him, besides Tila. But yeah. What do you guys think? Do you guys think Fisto is a cool character to you guys? He never was one of my favorites, but he was always the ones that were first in line to get destroyed or annihilated by Skeletor's army. There's always those characters that you have that just are cannon fire. He was one of them. Well, remember, you have the power of Grayskull. To subscribe and like and share, and make sure you comment below. And have a great day. See ya.